Hey guys, this is my guide for all 61 treasures in Uncharted 1. So we're just going to jump straight into it here. This is just in Chapter 2. As you can see, it's just right there. Now, still in Chapter 2, for the next one. Just cross this pillar thing, jump over here. Normally you would go right, but this time you want to turn this way and jump towards this tree, but just towards the ledge. This one is also in Chapter 2. There are still quite a few in Chapter 2. This is where you have to shoot that to make the pillar fall down. Instead you just want to be careful and just kind of skim across here. Still in Chapter 2 later on. You'll jump into some water, then you'll come to this part. In Chapter 2, where after a cutscene where the golden idol was, come back here, you just have to turn around and go get that. Now this is the last one for Chapter 2, when you're exiting the area. Or the cave area, I should say. I'll come out here, jump up these pillars, then just simply jump along to the third one. You can already see it shining back there. Okay, so this one is in Chapter 3, when you're climbing up the edge of the mountain. So yeah, I just showed you a little bit about where you are. It's not too far climbing up. You'll come to this vine, and it'll be your first vine with red leaves on it. All you have to do is make it stop swinging and just climb up to the top. Now this one is obviously still in Chapter 3. This is when you actually get onto the U-boat. Normally you would have to go up there to get inside, but you just want to go past that and just go right to the tip. And pick up these earrings here. Okay, so this is Chapter 4 at the start. You want to turn around immediately and go towards this big tree. It's just back here. Continuing in Chapter 4, you want to roll down there. Or jump off, whatever. You'll see that waterfall just on the normal path, but you want to just go into this corner and pick that up. Chapter 4 still. You'll come to this area where you have to climb up these rocks and then go across this first wooden log. That's the first wooden one. You just want to drop down here and pick that up. So you'll know this place, you'll fight a lot of guys there, but once you jump up here you want to go across this way instead of heading towards the gate. Head to the back here and pick up this treasure here. Again, still in Chapter 4, you'll continue on versing a few more people. Then you come to this area where you fight once again some more people. Quite a few waves here. Well, not waves, but quite a few enemies. You'll pick that up. Okay, so this is where you'd normally go. I pointed down there. You'd normally go that way. This is just after the last trophy, but instead you want to go up this hill. And just behind this white tree. Now this one's a bit later on in the level. You'll come to this part, easily recognizable, and it's just down here. Now this one is after you get out of Sully's plane. You'll continue on through here, and it's just right there. Now after doing some platforming after the last one, you'll come to this area, and you'll want to head over to this cliff. Now you have to be very careful here because you can fall off pretty easily. Anyway, there it is. Now this is the last one for Chapter 4. This is just at the end when you're facing the big wall. You want to come up here to the left, up the hill I should say, and pick that up. Now Chapter 5, this is actually the strange relic, which makes it which actually puts the treasures over to 61. So this is the strange relic. You'll know this place. You'll come up the stairs and then jump on top of here if you want it. That's obviously the orb from Jak and Daxter. Okay, now so that was where you got the orb, just over there. Now you want to continue on this way. Instead of going across the bridge, you want to jump over this rubble. Just kind of fight your way through it and then come into this little thing. And it'll just be sitting in here. So still in chapter 5, you'll head down from the other one and you'll come down that rubble there. And if you just go in here, you can just grab it. See, that's where the relic was, and you'll pick that up. Now this is a bit further on in the mission. You'll come to this place, easily recognizable. After you killed the heavy gunner, you just want to come into this room and jump over the ammo boxes. Now this one is in chapter 6. So when you come out to this courtyard, you want to head up the stairs, like I'm doing. Just head over here. This one's just behind this white tree to our right now. So you can see it flashing there. There that one is. Still in chapter 6. After you clear out a lot of enemies and a gunner up the top, you'll want to run down here and just jump over this rubble and then jump over this thing here. There we go. Still in chapter 6. You'll jump down that massive drop there. You won't be able to get back up, but you'll need to go into this between the stairs and the wall. Now this is the last one in chapter 6. Later on in the mission you'll be doing this kind of platforming here. Not very much platforming, I should say. Anyway, instead of going up and then right, you just want to head left and you got to go around this plant and then jump over the rubble. Okay, so this is in chapter 8. There'll be none in chapter 7. You'll come in here and fight some guys. And then just to the right here, you'll pick up this. Then later on in that level, you'll come to this area, pretty recognizable, a lot of guys in here. And you just want to come to the back of this kind of ruined house thing and pick it up right there. Okay, so this one is in chapter 9. Yeah, this one's pretty easy. You can see right where I get it there. Okay, so this one's chapter 10. So obviously you'll see when you get to that part, you're sliding down there. And once you've slid down here, you just want to go down the stairs and come over here, and it'll just be sitting right in the right corner here. And then you can open up for Elena. Still in chapter 10, but a bit later on, you'll come to this area. After you cleared out the enemies with Elena, you'll go up these stairs. Well, you don't have to go up here, but this is where the treasure is. You can see it flashing there, and you just want to pick that up. Now this is chapter 11. This is you just go up these stairs, you know, and it's just sitting here. Normally you would go left there instead of right. Anyway, so after you've walked across this bridge, this is still in chapter 11 by the way, you come down these stairs, then you'll turn left and it will just be sitting here. Still in chapter 11. This will just be sitting right here. It's pretty hard to miss this one. Okay, so there are none in chapter 12, but this is chapter 13. So you just have to jump straight into the water as soon as chapter 13 starts. And you just want to swim up to the back here and just grab this one. Still in chapter 13. This is a little later on. You see these wrecked stairs, you just want to jump under them and grab that one. Still in chapter 13. Instead of blowing those up, which you have to do to progress the story, you just want to come right in here and pick up this treasure. Still in chapter 13. This is actually 3 in one area here, so I'll just do it all in one shot. So this is where the first one is, just where you enter. You'll just turn right and jump over the railing. Then just jump over again and head over this way, which is to the left of where you first came in. and it's just sitting over here by the rubble. And the last one in this area is just up the back here. Maybe I should have sped this up, but too late now. I didn't want you guys to get confused about where it was. Anyway, so you come back here, and it's just sitting here. Now, the last one for chapter 13 is in this room. You just want to go to the side of this painting and pick it up there.
Here we go.
This is obviously chapter 14 as soon as you start. Just want to turn right, jump up, and grab the treasure that's here. Now, you'll see this waterfall after a bit of a platforming. You just want to go under it and pick up the golden skull. Now this is once you come through the trapdoor, you'll turn around and you'll see that there. That's obviously behind a big coffin. These are all pretty easy just to see because I've tried to lay them out so you can see where you're going. All chapter 14. Now, this one is in... Oh, this is at the end of chapter 14, sorry. But this one is in chapter 15. So when you come out, you will just want to go to the side of the stairs here and pick that one up. This one's still in chapter 15. Instead of going that way, which you have to progress, you want to go left, and it's just sitting in the corner here. This is in the monastery. You just kill 2 guys there, and then you'll just come into this room here. That one's pretty easy to get. So that's obviously pretty, you can see where you get that there, but you just want to turn right instead of going left, and you just want to go there. And this is in the graveyard. Just behind that tombstone there. Still in the graveyard, just before the next chapter, you go through those doors, but instead go back here to this tombstone right here. Okay, so this is chapter 16. Pretty confusing one, because there are just stairs going everywhere, but that's from the start where I started back there. Just want to keep going up here, and turn right, up these stairs. And there it is. Okay, so you'll come to this place. You have to come up here anyway, but what you don't have to do, but what you want to do is jump across here, and just shimmy left, or jump left, whatever, get up, and it's just sitting right here. Okay, so this is the last one in chapter 16. This one's kind of tricky. You got to stand on this pole and jump for it. Okay, so there's none in chapter 17, but this is chapter 18. There's just one in here. When you come first in here, you want to come all the way down, then right, then all the way down, then left. Then there's just one in chapter 19. You'll come to this big area where you fight a lot of guys. You'll know it when you see it. You just want to jump on top of the boxes and come over to this one over here. Now this is chapter 20. You'll come out of the hole, and you'll just come back behind the hole, and it'll just be sitting right here. Now 21 has the last 2, so you just pick up this one when you start. And the final one is just from where we just were. You just want to go down these stairs and just come around this pillar, and it'll just be sitting right there. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, and if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. It really means a lot to us. Thanks.